Hey kids, uh, I'm back with another guitar and another review. This is an Orangewood Ava torrefied spruce, solid wood. Uh, it's uh, it's a pretty guitar. Look at that grain. Uh, I'm not going to bother you with the specs that's on their website. Um, I'll tell you what I like the most about it. Number one, the open tuners, and then the white binding. Um, I do like that. Um, it comes with a case. I like that. Um, the overall aesthetics, I like it. The looks of it. Um, it's not a bad price considering you get a case. Um, what I am disappointed in is the lack of volume it has, comparatively speaking. And I'm not being gentle. That's just the way I always. And generally, this is the chords that I use. The setup was way too high for me. Um, Maybe because of the neck, I'm not sure. They call it being a C, but it's not comfortable for me. I've got small hands. Um, it, I'm, I'm not impressed. It's okay, but I'm just not impressed. My opinion, will I keep it? I'm not sure yet. Uh, but I won't send it back, which they do have a take back policy. Um, if anything, I'll probably just trade it in. Um, it sounds okay. It's just not the volume that I expected and I'm looking for. Um, I have a Washburn that's a little larger and a lot more bling. It's got a lot of abalone on it. I did a review on it, um, and they resemble one another. Um, the Washburn has lighter side and backwood, but they still resemble one another. But the Washburn is larger, and it has like an orchestral, if that's even a word, sound with slightly more volume, which I guess is due to its larger guitar than this one is. The shape's the same, but the physical dimensions are the Washburn is larger. Um, so I bought this in the interim in my search because I have the Martin 00015M that I really liked and was thoroughly impressed with it. And I'm on a waiting list for Martin 00017, but I don't know when Martin's going to get caught up on their back orders. So I'm looking around, which is one of the reasons if you remember, I bought a Gretsch on sale, an electric 26G 2657T. During that review, I gave the wrong numbers, which I hate numbers on guitars. That multiple numbers and multiple letters are just no sense and all that nonsense. They remind me of Harley Davidson. You can't keep up with the models because got so dadgum many letters in them. So I don't know that my Washburn, I can't even find it online. So there is that, but I'm still searching, researching, perusing, dreaming, carrying on, and the search will continue, I'm sure. Will I ever be content? Probably not. Your mileage may vary, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I encourage searching, learning, because knowledge is not biased in its origin. Only in its application. And the knowledge I have in this application of the Orangewood Ava torrefied spruce top with a tusk, saddle, and nut is some more knowledge. Unfortunately, experience costs money. In the scheme of things, this was half the price of the Martin that I'm waiting on, but so what? Easy come, easy go, right? No, I'm not a good guitar player. Don't pretend to be. But I think because of that, and the fact that I'm not miking up professionally or anything like that, and I don't use a pick, I think you get a more honest opinion, especially not using a pick. But now let me say this too. I'm recording this to an iPad mini because I got it as a standalone recording device because all the other standalone recording devices were just too complicated. This works just like my iPhone 7. It's got a good picture clarity. The only problem I have with the iPad mini, it's a new one, is that the speakers sound nearly identical to the speakers on my brand dadgum new Dell Inspiron 15 3000, which suck. Now, I don't know what your speakers sound like, but it seems like speaker manufacturers, whoever they may be, uh, or the engineers are demanding or calling for some sound. I don't get it. Um, they have added or reduced something, I don't know, but the speakers on my laptop and this iPad sound muffled to me. And it, depending on what you're listening, you may get that effect too. Yeah, I'm hard of hearing, but that hadn't got anything to do with it. I put it right up to my ear, either one of them, and it still sounds muffled. So there's something going on in the industry, in the computer speaker industry, that just makes absolutely no sense to me. There's no clarity. Now, I will say that this that I'm recording to, from what little I've done, doesn't pick up background noise like my iPhone 7 does. And maybe the muffling has gotten rid of that, because I've got everything on now that I usually have on, and I don't hear any background noise. I'm just doing this sitting in my living room. I've got the air conditioner, of course it's not on right now. I've got a ceiling fan on, and I've got a pretty fair sized uh, air purifier on, which I can hear on my iPhone 7, but I can't hear on this. So this is kind of a double review, I guess you could say, um, for a standalone recording device, a Apple iPad Mini, and the Orangewood Ava torrefied spruce with open tuners, which I'm in love with open tuners. Don't ask me why, I don't know, and I don't care whether you like that or not. But I like them, so there is that. As far as the positives go about this, I really like open tuners. Matter of fact, I've got a Fender cheap parlor body that has open tuners, which uh, just recently I've learned that that's a bit unusual on that particular model. They sell them now with closed tuners, but mine has open tuners, and that just pickles me tink. And that's one of the reasons I'll probably keep it, because it does have. Uh, but anyway, uh, here's this thing a little bit more. D, A, C. Well, that sounded terrible. G, G7, E, B7, unfortunately, when you buy online, you don't get to play it before you buy it. And had I been in the store, I wouldn't have bought this. Uh, well, I might have, because it's a decent price and with a case. And I do appreciate. Oh, the case is pretty inside. It's a maroon, whereas the Martin I have came in a case and the interior is green, which occasionally looks blue. Uh, I think the Martin case is a little higher quality. It's got different latches on it, um, and it has a brass looking tag riveted to the outside, whereas the one that came in has Orangewood, Los Angeles painted on the outside. Uh, but it's a decent case. It'll do for what it. Right now, it has my Mitchell in it. I left this one out, letting it acclimate, uh, to see if anything changed. Oh, and I will say that the frets are not sharp at all. They feel really nice. They look nice. I don't want to be negative. It's just not for me. Now, you know, you may like it. It might be exactly what you want, especially if you're playing with a pick. Look at the reviews online. But keep in mind, if they're professionally produced, they're going to be mic'd up, and it ain't going to sound the same as when you get it. That's just all there is to it. Okay, I know that if you can't play one, that's really all you have to go by, but just keep that in mind. Being mic'd up versus a direct recording is uh, uh, somewhat misleading. Um, and so just keep that in mind. And until the next time, yeah, I'm practicing some songs for some more videos. And I know y'all just can't wait. You're all sitting around with bated breath just waiting for me to mess something else up. And I've got several in the queue that I'm going to be putting up when I get around to it. Sometimes it's hard to find and around to it. A lot of them been used up. And And us old guys don't see as well as we used to. I'll see y'all next time.